So how do we play like a pro from lesson 1? Well, when I say play like a pro, I mean play in a way that sounds so good that people will be willing to pay to hear it. But just consider the truth that this quality does not come from complexity or level of difficulty. In fact, I could just as easily have called this video Play Like a Child from lesson 1, but I doubt it would have got much attention. But it is childlike freedom and lack of inhibition that's needed to access our innate musical flair, our magic. Now, of course, most children just play like this. Although I've heard some pretty strange contemporary music, that doesn't sound professional to me. Whereas this does. And this? Does this sound professional? What's the difference? So, what about this? So, the difference between the stiff, awkward kind of playing that you hear from most piano students, if we're honest, and a more professional style is rhythm. So what's rhythm? Well, to strike a bell and make it sound good, I have to let go and strike it in a flowing way, with a flowing movement. Now, as you can hear, this has a beat. You heard that sort of click at the beginning, and then a resonant flowing tone. To fully access our rhythmic sense, we've always got to have that feeling of beats, and then we must join the beats together in a strong rhythmic structure and feel the poetry or story that that structure generates. So if I say inward rhythm, flowing rhythm, and really focus on the structure of the matrix as it unfolds, I can allow a sense of unfolding story or poetry to come into the words. And if I feel it in my body, right through to my fingers, into the keys as I play, with nice, free, flowing rhythmic movements, the playing will sound really good. Now, the way you chant the matrix mantra for this to work, it needs to have a childlike quality, a sort of storytelling quality. I can't say inward rhythm, flowing rhythm in a kind of flat, reasonable tone. It's got to be inward rhythm, flowing rhythm, inward rhythm, flowing rhythm. As if I were telling a story or a poem to a small child to entertain them. So, even if I just play on the 3 black keys using 2 rhythm cells, dum and diddle, I can make up music that sounds expressive and professional. Inward rhythm, flowing rhythm, inward rhythm, flowing rhythm, inward rhythm, flowing rhythm, inward rhythm, flowing rhythm. To do this, I really have to let go and feel that childlike energy through the rhythm as I focus on the structure of the rhythmic matrix. Always knowing clearly where I am in that structure. That's how rhythm makes sense. And of course, you can change the story, you can change what it means. It could be a sad story. Or a strong, stompy sort of melody. I always remember once hearing a busker playing a small 4-stringed dulcimer, a little instrument with hammers, that you play the strings with hammers. Now the 4 notes that these strings produced were these. So that's the 3 black keys, 3 black keys and one of the 2 black keys below. So he had a sort of pre-recorded backing track of just a drone, just an ambient drone, something like this. And then the performance that he made sounded something like this. So it wasn't elaborate, it wasn't complex, he wasn't using lots of physical showmanship like musicians on stage sometimes do. He was just playing it simply, and the sizable audiences that had gathered around were totally captivated. And I can remember thinking at the time, he's completely in the matrix, he's telling the story of the music in a way that makes complete sense because of his very strong feeling of the rhythmic structure. We need that combination of being focused on the matrix structure with its nested cells, always echoing, always complete, together with letting go or tuning into that sort of childlike story feeling. People can feel a bit inhibited at first. The childlike feeling can seem a bit much. It might make your playing sound ridiculous, you think, but it doesn't. Music is expressively big. As long as you feel the flow naturally and you know where you are in the structure, you can be very, very free with your expression. Now, forced, mannered sounding playing that we sometimes hear is just not in the matrix. The structure's missing. So if you struggle to keep your focus on the matrix structure, that's an issue and you have to do some work to sort that out. So you could try a game like this. And using the words first, followed by, then, and next, we can put anything into the matrix. For example, we could use colours, so something like this. First, red, followed by green. Then green, followed by blue. Next, black, followed by blue. Then black, followed by black. So the choice of colours and the order I put them in means nothing at all. But the rhythmic matrix structure, combined with that storytelling feeling that I gave it, creates a feeling of sense, musical or rhythmic sense, or maybe poetic sense. The words first, followed by, then and next just help us to keep track of where we are in the matrix. So try this game if you struggle to keep your focus on the matrix. And once you can focus and let the story unfold like this, you can use it to play musically as this. Now, this stuff isn't difficult, but it does take practice. And it takes a little courage as well. You have to really apply yourself, focus, and you have to let go. And allow the expressive energy of the unfolding pattern of the music to flow in the rhythmic matrix. And guess what? That's exactly what I have to do as a professional whenever I practice. So whatever the level of difficulty, the matrix keeps us safe so that we can let go and play like a pro.